Good morning, Keller Williams. Another beautiful day. The end of week is here, and it's supposed to be nice for the weekend. So, Keller Williams COVID-19 coronavirus update. The newfound freedom we have is one that has been earned collectively, Higgs said. It's one that we can lose individually because someone who feels they are immune. It's not their problem. I don't need to pay attention to this. Could be the one that reintroduces COVID back into our province. And we end up shutting down things again because we lose control of it. As we move forward, we will need to continue to adapt, learn, and prepare for the next phase of the recovery. This afternoon, our Premier and Dr. Jennifer Russell will announce that we're moving into the yellow zone. And just before they go to announce, we have an active case in the Hamilton area that is currently under investigation. So we've gone 17 days, and then we have 2 cases. We recovered the 2 cases. We've gone almost, 14 consecutive days, and now we have 1 active case in the Hamilton area. So 121 total cases, 120 recovered, no one in hospital, no one in ICU, and 1 active case. The total tests performed, we're now at 2.8% of the population, so which means that we have roughly 21,500 individuals who have been tested. So, it could be more than a year before we move from phase yellow to phase green. It's possible we may regress backwards, so it's important that we understand and implement our operational plan. The operational plan has been sent out to you yesterday. It's been finalized, it's been sent. I've asked each and every one of you to look at it, to read it, to understand it. And if you have any questions, please email me or call me in regards to the operational plan. It's very important that we follow the regulations of this plan. So, in regards to what Code Yellow means, the province is expecting to move into the 3rd phase of COVID-19 recovery plan Friday. Premier Blaine Higgs announced at a news briefing Wednesday. Today marks 2 weeks since the province confirms a new active case of COVID-19 in New Brunswick. According to the government's website, the next phase will include family and friends bubble, gathering with physical distancing of 50 or more or fewer, increase in elective surgeries and other non-emergency health services, non-regulated health professionals/businesses, personal services businesses, swimming pools, saunas, water parks, gyms, yoga, dance studios, rinks, indoor recreational facilities, pool halls, bowling alleys, and low-contact team sports. As we continue to move through the phases of our recovery plan, it is important to remember COVID-19 still poses a risk to our communities. Although the province might be easing more restrictions, Higgs stood firm on his decision to keep New Brunswick borders closed. As I mentioned a few minutes ago about the Keller Williams operational plan, the operational plan has been finalized. You now have it. All agents must read and understand the plan. And again, if you have questions, please ask me. All agents must be able to present a copy, a printed or electronic, to any official requesting the plan. If you're asked to present the plan to anyone, please notify me immediately. Now, I read a statement that was in the operational manual that NBA was working on, so they can send it to the brokerages to give them a parameter or guidelines to do their operational plan. And there was a statement in there saying that that if you're approached and you do not have an electronic copy or you do not have a hard copy, you could be fined or other sanctions imposed against you by the government. I thought it was a little bit harsh, but after clarification, it is a standard that the province of New Brunswick, because of the seriousness of COVID-19, that if you're not following the procedures and you don't have the manual that you can present to them, then you can be inflicted with a fine or other sanctions. And I don't know what the other sanctions might be, but please make sure that that you've read the plan, you've understand the plan, and you know what's expected. So, saying that, the offices will now be open to all agents and assistants. What does that mean? That means that there are going to be times where you cannot practice self-distancing. This is still very, very intimate that we follow the rules and regulations under the state of emergency for the province and the public health. Offices where everybody starts to go back to in regards to yourself or your assistant, if there are 2 or more people sharing an office and you cannot maintain 6 feet of self-distancing, you must have a mask on. Also, if you're in an office by yourself and you don't have to have a mask on, when you come out to the general areas, the photocopiers, the bathrooms, or running by and through the hallways, you must have a mask on. The other procedure that has been recommended by the province of New Brunswick is starting on Monday, when the offices are now open, there'll be a sign-in book at the front where the hand sanitizer is. You must hand sanitize on the way in, and you must sign in the logbook each and every time you come in the office. Now, if you come in the office and sign in, you have to go out to your car and get something, and you're only a minute and a half, 2 minutes, you don't have to sign in. But if you leave the office, you're gone for an hour, 2 hours, you come back in, you must need to sign in. The province of New Brunswick needs to know who's coming in and out of the buildings, and we need to be able to trace this and track this in case one of our people or one of the general public that you come in contact with ends up with COVID-19. The other thing that they've recommended is that we have a person in each locale to be the COVID-19 compliance person. So in St. John, Laura Titus will be the compliant COVID-19. In Moncton, Sammy Hunter Downing will be the compliance officer there. In Bathurst, Gail Robbins will be the compliance officer there. And in Fredericton, Gina Ouellette will be the compliance officer here. For those that we do not have staff at the other locations, you are the compliance officer, because there's only 2 or 3 of you in the office. You need to make sure that if all 3 of you are there, one of you is ensuring that self-distancing is being practiced and the use of masks is being done, and there's a sign in and sign out sheet at the front desk. Now, the other thing that they're asking us to do and I think I've made it clear in the operational plan, is that they're asking us when people come in that we temperature check each and every one. I feel that that's just a little bit overkill. So management has decided that if we revert backwards from yellow to orange or to red, then we will ensure that the offices will have these temperature guns, and we'll go that route. But for right now, because we're where we're at, we're not going to employ that on our directors of first impression or directors of operation. So going forward, again, all agents, all assistants are allowed back in the office as long as we understand that we're practicing self-distancing and we're washing our hands, hand sanitizer at all times, and that we are doing this in the safest possible way, and also maintaining the space that's marked on the floor between you and the staff person at that office. All board fees, office rents will return to the normal for the month of June. So we're back in business. The only thing that I'm going to suggest right now, the only thing that we're not back in, is our doors are not open to the public. So that means that if you decide that you're going to meet somebody, you cannot meet them at the office. In regards to technology, as you can see the screen here, on Monday, Scott and I and Amanda will be meeting with David Whalen to go through the audit that he's done, and we're really looking forward to seeing the numbers and seeing the program and seeing what we need to do and how we need to do it to get you, our partners, at the highest level possible that you want to get to in regards to command adoption. So, on your next slide, Keller Williams Realty is releasing a COVID-19 agency stimulus package. We believe this will be another disruptor in helping Keller Williams increase its market share and its profit share in New Brunswick. We are developing new onboarding processes to provide the most efficient and effective ways to engage new agents. So this package is going to be delivered by Carey and Company, and you as an agent, if you know somebody that's out there that would be a fit for Keller Williams, this is a package that we're providing to people that are in the production level of $3.5 to $4 million in production. So it's not for new people, it's for people who we would consider to be cappers. The other thing that I wanted to briefly mention is not to forget Tuesday. Last Tuesday, you had Jeff Glover. This Tuesday coming, you're going to have two speakers. One will be Matt Sutter. He works with Jeff Glover at Glover University, and he's going to talk to you about 4 mistakes lead agents are making today and how to lead your way out of them. So that's going to start at 9 o'clock on Tuesday, followed by David Whalen, who will give you in-depth analysis of the audit that he's worked on for the last 2.5 to 3 months, and with hopefully a bit of a plan of where we're going and how we're going to deliver the education